Life is not always easy. In fact, if you are walking the path of growth, you will find that obstacles are not exceptions, they are the rules. Every challenge, every setback, every unexpected twist in your journey is not meant to stop you, it is meant to shape you. The truth is, your greatest victories are often born from your toughest battles. When you face an obstacle, the first thing to understand is that it is temporary. No mountain stands forever, no storm lasts a lifetime. Obstacles are only as powerful as the meaning you give them. If you see them as roadblocks, they will stop you. If you see them as stepping stones, they will lift you higher than you ever imagined. The mind is a powerful tool. Train it to see opportunity where others see defeat. One of the most important things you can do is take responsibility. No one can control every circumstance in life, but you can control your response. Your attitude is the rudder of your life. When a difficulty arises, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this to grow stronger? These are not just questions, they are keys that unlock doors that seem permanently closed. Discipline is another powerful ally. Success is not the result of waiting for the perfect moment, it is created through persistent, consistent action. It is doing what is difficult today to enjoy the rewards tomorrow. It is showing up when no one is watching, pushing through when every fiber of your being wants to quit, and believing in the unseen reward before it manifests. Remember, fear and doubt are natural, but they are not your enemies, they are signals. Fear tells you where growth lies. Doubt tells you where courage is needed. To overcome every obstacle, you must embrace these feelings, acknowledge them, and move forward anyway. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is the mastery of fear through action. Lastly, never underestimate the power of vision. People who succeed in the face of obstacles are those who see beyond the present moment. They see the finish line, even when it is obscured by difficulties. They hold that vision firmly, allowing it to pull them through every trial. When you know where you are going, obstacles become temporary detours rather than permanent roadblocks. So rise above fear, cultivate discipline, learn from setbacks, and keep your vision clear. Every obstacle you face is a test of your commitment, and every test is an opportunity to prove your strength. Life is not about avoiding the storm, it is about learning to dance in the rain and walking out stronger on the other side. The challenges you face today are the triumphs you will celebrate tomorrow. Keep moving, keep believing, keep winning. Your mindset is the foundation of everything you do in life. It is the lens through which you view the world, and it determines whether challenges become stumbling blocks or stepping stones. The first step in overcoming any obstacle is understanding that obstacles themselves are neutral. They have no inherent power to stop you. It is your interpretation of them that gives them weight. When you learn to see challenges as opportunities for growth rather than threats to your comfort or security, you unlock a level of strength and resilience that few people ever reach. Think of the mind as a garden. If you plant seeds of fear, doubt, and negativity, those are the plants that will grow. If you plant seeds of courage, curiosity, and determination, those are the fruits you will harvest. The quality of your thoughts shapes the quality of your life. Many people fail not because life is unfair, but because they allow limiting beliefs to control their choices. When you confront obstacles with a mindset of learning, you begin to shift the balance. Instead of asking, why me? You start asking, what can I learn from this? Or how can I turn this situation to my advantage? This simple change in perspective is transformative. Obstacles are not just tests of endurance, they are lessons in disguise. Each difficulty teaches you something about yourself that comfort and ease never could. Perhaps it is patience, perhaps it is creative thinking, or perhaps it is the discipline to keep moving forward even when the results are not immediate. By embracing a mindset that sees lessons in hardship, you start to welcome challenges rather than avoid them. You understand that life's setbacks are not permanent walls, but temporary detours guiding you toward growth. A powerful part of mindset is your belief in your ability to overcome. When you face a challenge, your confidence becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you approach the situation doubting yourself, your actions will reflect hesitation and fear, making success far more difficult. But if you approach it with a strong belief that you can find a way through, your brain begins to look for solutions rather than focusing on the problem. This is not magic, it is the natural effect of a mind trained to focus on possibilities instead of limitations. Consider the role of perspective. Many obstacles seem enormous when viewed up close, but when you step back and assess them in the context of your life and your goals, they often appear smaller and more manageable. Developing the ability to step back, reflect, and assess challenges objectively is a key part of mastering your mindset. It allows you to respond with strategy instead of emotion, with action instead of panic. People who consistently overcome obstacles have trained themselves to see the bigger picture, to prioritize what truly matters, and to let go of fear that is based on exaggeration or speculation. Your mindset also influences your emotional resilience. When life throws unexpected difficulties your way, it is natural to feel frustration, disappointment, or even despair. These emotions are not weaknesses, they are signals. A strong mindset does not ignore these feelings, it acknowledges them and then chooses to move forward despite them. Emotional resilience is built through repeated practice, through facing difficulties with the understanding that each challenge is temporary and each effort counts. Every time you confront a problem with calm and determination, your mind becomes stronger, more capable, and more prepared for future challenges. Another critical aspect of mindset is the habit of self-talk. The words you use to describe your circumstances and yourself shape your reality. If you constantly say, "I can't do this," or "this is too hard," your mind will accept those statements as truth. But if you consistently affirm your capacity to learn, adapt, and overcome, your subconscious mind begins to work on solutions even when you are not actively thinking about them. Positive, constructive self-talk is a simple but powerful tool that strengthens your mindset and keeps you moving forward when obstacles appear insurmountable. Finally, cultivating a growth mindset is essential. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities, intelligence, and skills are not fixed, but can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. When you embrace this mindset, obstacles become opportunities to expand your knowledge, improve your skills, and prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you realized. This approach turns failure from a source of shame into a stepping stone toward mastery. Each obstacle is a challenge that refines you, hones your abilities, and prepares you for the next stage of your journey. In essence, mindset is your most powerful weapon in the face of adversity. It determines whether obstacles defeat you or propel you forward. By cultivating a mindset that sees opportunity in every difficulty, maintains belief in your abilities, and embraces challenges as lessons, you transform life's inevitable hurdles into tools for personal growth and achievement. When you master your mindset, you no longer fear obstacles, you welcome them. You understand that each one is an invitation to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient than ever before. Life's challenges are inevitable, but with the right mindset, your success becomes inevitable as well. Taking responsibility for your life is the single most powerful step you can take toward overcoming obstacles. Many people spend their energy blaming circumstances, other people, or bad luck for the difficulties they face. They wait for the perfect situation, the perfect timing, or the perfect set of conditions to appear before taking action. But life rarely works that way. Obstacles will come, and they will come in forms you cannot predict or control. The difference between those who succeed and those who give up is not luck, it is ownership. The moment you accept full responsibility for your actions, your decisions, and your reactions, you gain control over the only thing in life that truly matters: yourself. When you take responsibility, you stop being a victim of circumstances and start being the architect of your life. This mindset shift is fundamental. It means recognizing that while you cannot always change what happens to you, you can always choose how you respond. You may not have control over a sudden setback, a lost opportunity, or the actions of others, but you always have control over your effort, your attitude, and your determination. When you focus on what you can control, you empower yourself to create solutions instead of feeling trapped by problems. Obstacles often feel overwhelming because people focus on what is out of their control instead of what is within their power. By taking responsibility, you shift your focus from external factors to internal resources. You start asking, what can I do to improve this situation? Instead of saying, why is this happening to me? This shift may seem subtle, but it changes everything. Action replaces helplessness, clarity replaces confusion, and progress replaces stagnation. Taking responsibility is the bridge that connects where you are now with where you want to be. One of the most important lessons in taking responsibility is learning from mistakes. Every failure contains information, every setback carries a lesson, and every obstacle has an insight waiting to be discovered. Instead of blaming others or external circumstances, ask yourself, what can I do differently next time? How can I adjust my approach? This process of reflection and adjustment transforms obstacles into opportunities for growth. Each challenge becomes a teacher, and each lesson learned strengthens your ability to handle future difficulties with greater skill and confidence. Taking responsibility also strengthens your self-confidence. When you rely on your own judgment and abilities, you develop trust in yourself. You realize that you have the capacity to handle challenges, solve problems, and navigate uncertainty. This internal confidence is far more reliable than depending on luck, timing, or the approval of others. People who take responsibility understand that their success is not a matter of chance, it is a matter of consistent, intentional action and commitment. They know that the more they take control of their choices, the more they shape their outcomes. Another key aspect of responsibility is accountability. Being accountable to yourself means holding yourself to a higher standard. It means following through on commitments even when it is inconvenient or difficult. It means being honest about your strengths and weaknesses and actively working to improve them. When you practice accountability, you develop integrity and credibility, both of which are essential for overcoming obstacles and achieving success. The world responds to those who consistently take responsibility and deliver results, and opportunities tend to follow those who demonstrate reliability and competence. Taking responsibility also teaches you resilience. Life will throw unexpected difficulties at you, and some of them may be beyond your control. But when you own your choices and reactions, you are better prepared to respond with strength rather than despair. Responsibility shifts the focus from complaining about what happened to asking, "What can I do next?" This mindset fuels perseverance. You stop wasting energy on regret or blame and redirect it toward action, toward solutions, and toward forward movement. Furthermore, taking responsibility creates freedom. It may seem paradoxical, but by owning your life completely, you free yourself from the chains of victimhood and dependency. When you stop waiting for others to solve your problems, waiting for luck to change your circumstances, or waiting for conditions to be perfect, you realize that you are not bound by external forces. You are empowered. You can take steps, however small, toward your goals every day. Each action builds momentum, and momentum eventually transforms into unstoppable progress. Lastly, responsibility connects directly to your potential. Every obstacle you overcome, every challenge you take ownership of, and every difficult decision you face strengthens your capacity to succeed. Life rewards those who act with intention, persistence, and courage. By taking responsibility, you claim your right to create the life you desire. You no longer wait for circumstances to improve you, improve yourself, your actions, and your results. You become the author of your story rather than a bystander watching it unfold. In essence, taking responsibility is the bridge between difficulty and victory. It transforms obstacles from immovable walls into manageable challenges. It shifts your mindset from victimhood to empowerment. It teaches lessons, builds resilience, strengthens confidence, and creates freedom. The person who takes responsibility does not wait for opportunities to appear, they create them. They do not blame circumstances, they learn from them. They do not succumb to obstacles, they overcome them. Responsibility is not a burden, it is the tool that transforms adversity into achievement. Every challenge becomes surmountable when you accept it as your responsibility and commit to finding the way forward. Discipline and consistency are the cornerstones of overcoming obstacles and achieving lasting success. Many people underestimate the power of daily habits and steady effort, believing that extraordinary results require extraordinary circumstances or bursts of inspiration. The truth is far different. Success is not born in a single moment of brilliance. It is cultivated through persistent action over time. When you develop discipline, you create a structure that allows you to move forward even when motivation wanes, when obstacles appear, or when the path seems unclear. Discipline is the ability to act in accordance with your goals and values, regardless of how you feel in the moment. It is choosing long-term results over short-term comfort. The world is full of distractions and temptations, and obstacles often appear precisely when you are tempted to give up. Discipline ensures that you stay on course even when the journey becomes difficult. It is the quiet force that separates those who achieve from those who merely wish. While talent and luck can provide temporary advantage, discipline guarantees sustained progress and consistent growth. Consistency amplifies discipline. Small actions repeated over time compound into extraordinary results. This principle is true in every area of life, whether it is building skill, improving relationships, developing health, or achieving professional success. The person who writes one page every day eventually produces a book. The person who practices a skill for an hour each day eventually becomes a master. The person who saves a little money regularly eventually accumulates wealth. Consistency turns effort into achievement, and effort without consistency rarely produces anything meaningful. Understanding this principle allows you to focus on the process rather than being discouraged by immediate results. Obstacles test your discipline. They reveal whether your commitment is strong enough to withstand adversity. Challenges are unavoidable, but how you respond to them is entirely within your control. Discipline is what allows you to persist when progress is slow, when failure feels imminent, and when others around you may have given up. Every time you push through discomfort, fatigue, or uncertainty, you strengthen not only your skills, but also your resilience. The disciplined individual does not view obstacles as deterrents. They view them as opportunities to prove their commitment and grow stronger. Creating a disciplined life begins with clear priorities. You must identify what truly matters to you and allocate your time and energy accordingly. Without clarity, it is easy to become busy without being productive, to act without purpose, and to drift in the face of challenges. Discipline requires focus. It demands that you say no to distractions and yes to the activities that align with your goals. When you structure your day around meaningful action and cultivate habits that reinforce your objectives, you establish a foundation that can withstand any obstacle. Consistency also builds confidence. When you consistently take deliberate steps toward your goals, you begin to trust yourself. You realize that progress is inevitable when you maintain effort over time. Confidence does not arise from luck or occasional success. It is built through repeated demonstration of your own reliability and competence. Each day that you adhere to your routines, follow through on commitments, and persevere in the face of challenges reinforces your belief in your ability to succeed. This internal assurance is a powerful shield against doubt and fear. Discipline and consistency also teach patience. Many obstacles cannot be overcome instantly. Some goals require months, years, or even decades of steady effort. Impatience can lead to frustration, hasty decisions, or giving up entirely. Discipline helps you stay the course, even when results are slow to appear. Consistency transforms small, incremental progress into monumental achievement. By embracing patience as part of your disciplined approach, you learn that every step counts and that perseverance is the ultimate secret to victory. Another essential element of discipline is accountability to yourself. You must hold yourself to high standards, follow through on your commitments, and resist the temptation to take shortcuts. True discipline is demonstrated when no one is watching, when the conditions are difficult, and when it would be easier to quit. It is not about being perfect, it is about being persistent. By cultivating this internal accountability, you develop strength of character and the ability to maintain progress even in the face of significant obstacles. Discipline and consistency also shape your character. Life's greatest challenges do not just test your skills, they test your integrity, your patience, and your determination. By consistently acting in alignment with your principles and maintaining effort in the face of difficulty, you develop qualities that will serve you far beyond any single obstacle. The habits you cultivate through discipline eventually become second nature, making success not a matter of luck, but a predictable outcome of your daily choices. Finally, discipline transforms obstacles into opportunities. Every difficulty you encounter requires effort, planning, and focus. Without discipline, these challenges might feel like insurmountable walls. With discipline, however, they become puzzles to solve, training grounds to grow stronger, and stepping stones to higher achievement. Discipline ensures that you do not wait for motivation to appear. It creates momentum that carries you forward regardless of circumstances. Consistency compounds this effort, turning small, deliberate actions into the extraordinary results that define a victorious life. In essence, discipline and consistency are not just tools, they are lifelines. They provide the structure, focus, and momentum required to navigate challenges, overcome obstacles, and achieve lasting success. Every obstacle becomes surmountable when met with persistent action, unwavering commitment, and steady progress. The disciplined individual does not rely on luck or inspiration. They create their own success through habits, effort, and relentless consistency. Obstacles may be inevitable, but victory is guaranteed for those who master the power of disciplined, consistent action. Vision and courage are the forces that transform challenges into triumphs. Obstacles in life are inevitable, but the way you perceive them and the way you respond to them determines whether they become barriers or opportunities. Without vision, obstacles seem overwhelming, and every difficulty appears insurmountable. Without courage, fear holds you back, hesitation replaces action, and potential remains untapped. To overcome every obstacle and win, you must cultivate a clear vision of where you want to go and the courage to take bold steps toward it, even when the path is uncertain. Vision is more than just a goal or a wish. It is a vivid mental picture of the life you want to create, the person you want to become, and the impact you want to make. People who succeed in the face of challenges have the ability to see beyond the present moment. They can imagine a future that is brighter and better than their current reality, and they hold on to that image with unwavering focus. This clarity of vision serves as a compass, guiding your actions and decisions, even when obstacles obscure the path. When you know where you are going, temporary setbacks become minor detours, and difficulties become opportunities to refine your strategy. A clear vision provides purpose. It answers the question, why am I doing this? When life becomes difficult and the road seems impossible, purpose keeps you moving forward. Obstacles test your commitment, but when your vision is strong, it pulls you through the challenges. Purpose ignites motivation and sustains effort, allowing you to persist when others give up. Every decision you make, every action you take should align with your vision, creating a chain of consistent steps that ultimately lead to your desired outcome. Courage is the energy that transforms vision into action. Obstacles often provoke fear of failure, fear of criticism, fear of the unknown. Courage does not eliminate fear, it teaches you to act in spite of it. Taking responsibility for your life, maintaining discipline, and keeping a clear vision all require courage. Courage is the willingness to face discomfort, uncertainty, and risk while continuing to move forward. It allows you to make difficult decisions, confront challenges head-on, and step outside your comfort zone. Without courage, vision remains an idea and obstacles remain unconquered. The combination of vision and courage creates unstoppable momentum. Vision gives direction, courage provides the energy to pursue it relentlessly. When you hold a clear image of your goal and take brave, consistent steps toward it, you begin to attract opportunities, resources, and solutions that you might have thought were unavailable. The mind begins to see possibilities instead of limitations. Courage allows you to experiment, learn, and adapt in the face of failure, and vision ensures that every risk you take is purposeful, moving you closer to your ultimate objective. Facing obstacles with vision and courage also builds resilience. Challenges are tests, and they measure the strength of your commitment. Each time you act with courage in the face of fear, and each time you realign yourself with your vision after a setback, you become stronger, wiser, and more capable. Resilience is not an innate quality, it is developed through repeated action, reflection, and perseverance. Obstacles are no longer threats, they are opportunities to practice resilience, to learn new strategies, and to strengthen your ability to endure. Vision and courage also inspire others. When people see someone moving steadily toward their goals despite obstacles, it motivates them to face their own challenges. Your actions, grounded in purpose and driven by bravery, have the power to influence those around you. Courage is contagious. Vision is magnetic. By living with clarity and boldness, you create a ripple effect, encouraging others to overcome their own fears and pursue their highest potential. Maintaining vision and courage requires constant nurturing. Surround yourself with ideas, people, and experiences that support your goals. Stay disciplined in your habits and consistent in your efforts. Reflect regularly on your purpose and adjust your strategy when necessary. Courage is strengthened through repeated practice. The more you act in the face of fear, the easier it becomes to continue moving forward. Vision becomes sharper when you consistently remind yourself of your desired destination, especially during times of uncertainty or challenge. Finally, vision and courage allow you to transform obstacles into triumphs. Life is unpredictable, and challenges will arise that seem bigger than you are. Without vision, you may feel lost. Without courage, you may freeze. But with a clear picture of your destination and the bravery to take deliberate action, obstacles become temporary tests rather than permanent barriers. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to demonstrate the depth of your commitment. Victory is not simply reaching your goal, it is the process of facing fear, overcoming difficulty, and moving steadily forward with clarity and courage. In essence, vision provides the destination and courage provides the energy to reach it. Together, they empower you to face any obstacle with confidence, to persist when others falter, and to convert adversity into achievement. By holding your vision clearly and acting courageously, you discover that obstacles are not the end of the road, they are milestones marking your progress. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to prove your strength, refine your strategy, and move closer to the life you are capable of creating. With vision and courage, you do not just survive obstacles, you triumph over them, and in the process, you become the person you were always meant to be. Life will always present obstacles, challenges, and moments of uncertainty. But the measure of a person is not found in the absence of difficulty, it is revealed in the way they respond to it. By cultivating a mindset that sees opportunity in every challenge, taking full responsibility for your actions, embracing discipline and consistency, and holding a clear vision fueled by courage, you equip yourself to face anything life throws your way. Obstacles are not walls to stop you. They are stepping stones designed to elevate you to a higher level of strength, wisdom, and achievement. Every challenge you encounter is a chance to learn, to grow, and to prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. Success is not a matter of luck or convenience. It is the result of deliberate choices, persistent effort, and unwavering belief in your potential. Each setback becomes a lesson, each difficulty a test of character, and each victory, no matter how small, a confirmation of your resilience. Remember, the path to triumph is not free of hardship. It is built through perseverance, courage, and the consistent application of your talents and efforts. By mastering your mindset, taking responsibility, committing to disciplined action, and pursuing your vision with courage, you transform obstacles from barriers into bridges. Life's challenges are not your enemies. They are the catalysts that shape you into a stronger, wiser, and more capable version of yourself. Ultimately, winning is not just about achieving goals, it is about the person you become in the process. Every obstacle you overcome, every fear you face, and every disciplined effort you make brings you closer to the life you are capable of living. Keep moving forward, hold your vision clearly, act with courage, and trust in your ability to rise above every challenge. The road may be difficult, but the rewards are extraordinary. Victory belongs to those who refuse to quit, who embrace every obstacle as an opportunity, and who remain committed to growing, learning, and achieving no matter what stands in their way.